investigation hasn't started yet. If that's what you think, mate, then that's what you think.
Well, obviously, like, the victim gets treated like the criminal, and the criminal is getting to do anything.
Criminal, we just can't.
For most theft victims, losing valuables is frustrating enough. But for this man, the nightmare didn't end there. It got worse. After filing a report with the police, he took matters into his own hands and tracked down the stolen items himself. He found them at a known location and immediately called the authorities, expecting justice. But from the moment officers arrived, it became clear that this wouldn't be a simple case of returning stolen property. The police listened to both sides, but instead of treating him as the victim, they began acting as if he had no claim at all. Do you have a receipt? Do you have photos proving these items are yours? Watch the full video and see which side the officers are really helping.
It's the point of like, your word, his word. We can't give high value to either one in our position of the law, you know what I mean? Whereas you have a photo, if you have a receipt...
Who would have a receipt or a photo of things like that?
I get that.
This is just so ridiculous. And the fact that, you know, you've seen the video, it's that trolley. You saw him climb over. You've even seen the tax.
It's black and white.
Yeah, I know. But hey, it was good enough for him to recognise him and for me to come over and find my gear. So it ticks a lot of boxes.
All the evidence.
If he wants to charge me with theft, let him go for it. I'm keeping my shit that I found.
If you take that, we're not letting you take that today.
So what are you going to do?
Mate, it's all in your hands what you want to happen.
Yeah, here. I want my gear back.
And that's understandable, but without any evidence, we cannot say that that is yours.
But he can't say that it's his.
All this stolen evidence, you're saying all the stolen items here came from your house, like from the business.
And I shouldn't have to prove 100%. Like, it's not his.
How was it obvious?
Well, has he got any proof that it is?
But it was in his yard, mate. You've come into his yard, taken it from his yard. Yeah. It's in his house. There's no way we can prove that it's yours. The way that we're proving it's his is because it was in his yard.
Alright, so there we go. There's 2 items. The police are going to take it, give it back to them. If I don't ever see them again, we'll sort it out.
We're not saying that the investigation's stopping here. The investigation hasn't started yet.
But all my gear's going to go down to the rubbish, down to the tip, everything like that from here on in.
If that's what you think, mate, then that's what you think.
Obviously, like...
We just can't take action without proof, and at this point, there's no proof for us to go.
I did all the work for you. I found the guy.
Even the person who's supposed to identify this as the premise doesn't want to get involved, doesn't
want
want to say
because he's had bad interactions with police before, and I don't blame him, because as soon as the victim gets treated like the criminal, and the criminal is getting to do anything.
Criminal, we just can't... How do we put together that item has been taken from your yard and got to here?
My word. Everything in court is an affidavit and a word. My word is good enough.
How can you prove that it was from here?
My word.
But that's not how we
have evidence. That's how words work with everything.
That's not any evidence,
That's how courts work. I just went through a false domestic violence, and I just did a trial, a 5-hour trial, and it's only what you say to be correct, unless you've proven to be wrong. So I can't prove all 6 boxes of that stuff. That's stuff that was bought 5, 10, 15 years ago. I don't have receipts for it, and even if I did have a receipt, there is no serial number on a box of hose clamp retainers that's worth $200. There's no numbers on it. I can tell you exactly what it is, and you'll probably find it in there, but that's the problem.
The investigation goes on, and we can identify who the people are, and then we can identify where they are. Right now, the people who are in that CCTV is not look like dark cards from the board, so you can't just take it away on that premise.
I know, but the fact that my gear was there should be enough for something to happen. One would believe.
I'm sorry how it is, but we can't say that is your
gear. I know,
gear.
but you can never say anything, unless anyone can prove anything. So, but it seems easy enough, like when people claim assault, there's no proof, but they still get done. I don't know. It just seems that nothing's going to happen.
Mate,
I'll get away with it.
You reported it. When did you report this today?
Yeah, I had to. 15 years ago, my motorbike was stolen. I had to find it myself and get it back myself. I haven't had good interactions with the police.
I'm sorry to hear that. We try to do the best we can.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just always seems to be the crims are fine. We can't affect your rights, but
we have nothing to say this is criminal right now. We just can't go, but you're a criminal, you stole this without any evidence. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I understand that's your belief and everything like that, but that's only your belief.
Well,
We
it
need
turns
evidence
out, like the
before
guy
we can
that
take
saw
action.
it, he was right. It is that bloke, because I came around to the house and I found my
And
gear.
again,
sitting
he
there.
now doesn't want to talk to us, which means we can't use him as an eyewitness to get a statement from him.
No,
and
but
take
that's
an
why
action.
there's video. And even from the video, you can tell, like, one guy's got a bloody tattoo on his shin. And
From
that,
the CCTV that I looked at, the tattoos are blobs. You cannot see specifically what the tattoos
my
are.
eyes aren't that great and I can see it right.
No worries.
And that trolley, that's the identical trolley. It's got all the paint in the right spots.
No worries, mate. Well, we're going to put that back on his property, alright? And then the investigation is still going to be continuing. We're not going to say it stopped, but the people that investigate it will be in contact with you, and they'll do the follow-ups.
Yeah. So there's about $400 worth of stuff which I'll probably never see again, but we'll see when we put it up on YouTube. Because, yeah, I've done all the work, I did all the right things, spent an hour and a half in the police station doing the report, and I find the guy and this is the outcome. Like,
At this
it's
point,
terrible.
the report hasn't even got to the point where they're investigating. We have come here because you've called us to get on a separate incident in relation to it. The officer who is in charge of that and is looking through the evidence and going through the process of that has not even put the report through for us to see.
Yeah, I know.
what the details are.
By the time that all that gear's going to be gone, most of it's probably gone now. If it stuff's lying there.
I can understand it's frustrating, but we just can't take actions because we are also held by what the laws and regulations are. And at this point, we have no power to say that's yours, to go in there, search the house. We don't have enough evidence. We had witness statements and clear CCTV that the guy we opened the door, his face is the same on that TV. It's a very different story. But at this point, for the point of policing, we can't just go barging into people's houses without reasonable suspicion, and we don't have that based on what's here. I understand it's different to you, it's your stuff, and I can understand
Yeah,
that.
but to me, a simple affidavit from me that I found my stuff in there would be good enough for you guys to get the ball rolling.
It might be later this episode. We don't have a statement for you. We don't have a statement from him. Yeah. We don't have the power to just search someone's premise without that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Down the track, maybe a detective has enough information based on what's there.
Oh,
He can
probably.
come with a general search warrant, knock the door in. But that's
Yeah.
not us. We don't have that authority.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's terrible. I can't prove it's mine, he can't prove it's his, but he gets the stuff back. I'm prepared to take it and you guys can charge me with theft and we'll take it to court.
Look, at this point in time, it's just because we're not saying we can't give it to you right now, but what we have right now is to give it to you. Like I said, we've rocked up, you've said it's on his property.
But you could have just left it where it was and walked away. You didn't have to give it back to him. And if he called you guys and asked for you guys to get me to give it back, I could have understood that. But no, you've intervened and you've
We had to
taken his
intervene
side.
because you said you were going to take it.
I was.
Yeah.
Because it's mine.
So we can't, at that point we have to intervene because you're now telling us you were going to take it from this property. If something had happened while
I'd
we were
already
here, that's
taken
a
it. It was
story,
on the
but
back of my
yeah,
truck.
And that's why we had to intervene. to
It's
stop
my
people from
property.
taking it.
Alright, well, we're going to head off.
Yep.
He obviously knows all the...
Oh, he's been through it. He's a recidivist. Like, so,
Alright, no worries. You can
what do you
think
mean, no
you want.
worries?
Like I said, the investigation's still continuing. They'll be in touch with you, alright?
Unfortunately, like, that's why people don't want to deal with the police. Because you get attitude.